Brantley, your new album, Fire and Brimstone. I know this album's a little bit more personal than I think albums previously. And I know we've talked about your faith and how it kind of goes into the titles of each album. Tell us a little bit about Fire and Brimstone and what it means to you.
Well, this record, you know, we always say these records are chapters of my life, and this one's no different. But instead of a snapshot, you know, we took a couple steps back, got a little retrospective and reminiscent, and kind of shared the journey, the spiritual journey, and kind of the boy to a man thing from when I was a little bit wilder and rowdy and everything.
We've all been there.
Which I'd like to go ahead and straighten this out. For those of you who think I've gone soft, I got something for you a little later. But no, kind of, you know, that story going from a boy to a man and a dad, and, you know, the story with my wife and I, our love story, and just kind of brings it all together and tells you where I'm at.
Well, and let's talk about, you said, you know, being a dad now. And I know that this album being personal, tell us about that one song on the album that's just like hits you in the heart, makes you tear up when you perform it, and even when you are writing the song and just putting it out there, what that song means to you.
It had to be The Man That Hung the Moon. It's a song I wrote for my son before we knew my daughter was on the way. But it's to both of them. And it's just a song letting them know that, hey, I know one of these days you're going to figure out that you need more than me. And when you do, I hope I've done my job. And my wife and I have done our jobs in telling you that there is a man upstairs who really did hang the moon, who really will have you back forever.
You're just making us feel some type of way here tonight, right, y'all? Everybody listening on the radio, everybody here in New York, we're so excited that you're here. I want to talk to you about this next song that he's going to perform for you here in just a second. Fired Up. First, I was like, y'all, somebody's about to be fired. They made a typo. But this is you. This is the name of your tour.
Yeah, I don't think anybody spelled it quite like that before. And just for the record, yes, I did do that on purpose, because technically it would have been Fire It Up, but that's just not how I talk, you know.
So anybody who's listening on the radio, it's FIRE apostrophe T up. Fire up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you ain't careful when you say it too country, it sounds like a bodily function. We don't need, you know what I mean?
We won't go there. Well, tell us.
Fired up. You got to say it like that, you know.
Fired up.
There you go. There it is.
That's BG Nation right there. I love it. Tell us a little bit about the song Fired Up and why, you know, I mean, it became the name of your tour, so it's important. Tell us a little bit about the song.
Well, it's rowdy, man. You know, we were listening to the record, had it done in its entirety for about the fourth time. It was listening through, it was just like, man, and talking to these guys and Scott Borchetta and Clint Heim and Aaron at management and the radio team, and we were all like, man, we need one more rocker. And we came home with a few of them, but this one just kind of stuck its hand out, and it's a good timing song. And it's all about, like, you know, when you're about to have a party, but it ain't really got started yet. It takes somebody to come in and say something awesome. You know what I mean? So why not say, hell, fired up? You know what I mean?
All right, well, New York, I'm going to have to ask you guys here in the studio, and then for those listening here on the radio and watching at liveby.live.com to say, y'all, let's fire it up! There you go. Y'all give it up.